Hello everyone, and welcome to another unboxing video. Today we're going to be looking at Monster Hunter World, the board game. I just got this in, and it's two big boxes. This box is about, I want to say it's a little over 20 pounds. Meanwhile, the second box is a little bit under 20 pounds. So this is easily the biggest Kickstarter that I've ever gotten. Now, this game funded April of 2021, and I'm getting this here in the United States April of 2023. So it was about 2 years turnaround time. I think the original fulfillment date was September of 2022. So it was a little bit late, but that's to be expected. It's really not that bad considering some of the other stories I've heard out there about late Kickstarters. In any case, I did go in for the All-In Pledge. Now, the All-In Pledge actually isn't everything that you could have gotten with the game. After the game funded in the Pledge Manager, they did announce that they were going to be adding an add-on, which would be the Azure Rathalos and Black Diablos, which, from what I understand, it's just an extra copy of the Rathalos and Diablos models, just with a different base plastic mold coloring. So I guess if you're not planning on painting it, then that works out better, because if you're planning on painting it, you would have put a base coating anyway, so it wouldn't matter what the base plastic was. And just to give a sense of scale, I do have a copy of the game itself, and you can see just the scale of the boxes with the game itself. It's about 4 DVDs high. So you can see it's eating up even past my little green felt studio there. I'm not going to be opening everything today. What I'm just going to do is I'm going to open up the two boxes themselves. We'll take a quick look at the boxes, and then I will split up the actual unboxing of the core boxes, the Ancient Forest, Wildspire Waste, and the additional items, the Kulu-Ya-Ku box with the daily unlocks, the Hunter's Arsenal with the extra weapons, and then the Elder Dragons, Kushala Diora, Nergigante Teostra, and then the two extra ones added in after the fact. So I'm going to be splitting those boxes into separate videos. So for now, we're just going to open these up, see what's in the main boxes, and then we'll just work our way from there. But before we do that, let's go ahead and take a quick look at some of the background of the game and what we're going to be looking at. Monster Hunter World, the board game, is a co-op combat game with RPG elements, designed by Matt Hart, Sherwin Matthews, and Jamie Perkins. Published by Steamforged Games. It plays 1 to 4 players for 60 to 90 minutes, rated for ages 14 and up. Monster Hunter World, the board game, is based on the Monster Hunter World video game and was designed to mimic its gameplay. In the video game, the gameplay loop consists of gathering resources while tracking monsters. Once you find them, you fight the monsters with one of 14 different weapon types, each with different mechanics. After defeating the monster, you can carve it for additional resources. You then go back to town and use your collected and carved resources to craft stronger weapons and armor, allowing you to fight stronger monsters and in turn, eventually craft even better gear. In Monster Hunter World, the board game, the gathering and tracking takes the form of the gathering phase and a choose-your-own-adventure style quest book. The choices you make impact the resources you get as well as the behavior of the monster you fight. The meat of the game consists of the hunting phase, where you battle against the monster using the game board and miniatures. Last is the HQ phase, where you will take your loot and craft new weapons and armor to prepare for the next fight. Okay, so now we've switched to the overhead cam here. So let's go ahead and get this opened up. Oh, I'm totally missing this. I have heard some stories that some of these boxes have been damaged in transit. We are going to find out if that happened to me. Okay, well, the box is actually pretty sturdy. They've even got the corners there. Cardboard. It looks to be packaged pretty well. Alright, so we've got the two core sets here. We've got the Ancient Forest. Wow, these things are weighty. Okay, so we got the Ancient Forest here. We'll take a look at all the sides in just a second. Let's get it out of here. And we've got Wildspire Waste. Pookie Pookie. And we've got the Kulu-Ya-Ku box. This is supposed to be the one that's got the daily unlocks in here. Now, Kulu-Ya-Ku's funny because there's always a funny bird. They call them bird wyverns in the Monster Hunter games. This one, it's got a story mission. It was a crossover with Final Fantasy, where it finds some magic gem or rock or something, and then it just becomes bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's the most annoying fight in the whole game because of how big it gets. It even spurred some memes. If you ever look up Bird Up, you'll know what I'm talking about. So yeah, this was packaged pretty well. A lot of extra bracing for the corners. And that's it for inside the box. Since this is already in my hand, I'll just go ahead and continue taking a look at this. We've got the Kulu-Ya-Ku. Kulu-Ya-Ku. Okay, and that's really the only thing they put on here. Yeah, it's got the armor, weapon cards that you can craft from it, the attack cards, damage cards, physiology, time cards, and behavior cards. Oh, that's that. I believe that was Kickstarter exclusive, just that whole box. Wildspire. And we've got the Ancient Forest. Okay. Now what's great about this is that it does have the same box art as the game, which is pretty cool. They went for the definitely the authentic look. So if anyone ever sees this in a store and they played the original game, they're gonna say, "Hey, I know this." Probably pick it up. I'm actually curious what the crossover is between people who purchase this, having played the game and being familiar with the IP, versus people that haven't at all and are purchasing it just because of the history with Steamforged and the Bloodborne system. Or is it the Dark Souls games? I forgot which one it is that the boss fights are based on. But here's the box. We've got the cover monster, the Rathalos. And here's the back. We've got Tobi Kadachi right there. Spur of the Ancient Forest. Rathalos again. What's on top? Looks like Rathalos doing a turf war with Anjanath. And on the bottom, the same image again. So, that's the first core box. And here's the second core box. We've got Wildspire Waste with Diablos on the cover. We've got Pookie Pookie. Now, I actually used to not like Pookie Pookie, but there was another crossover mission in the video game with The Witcher. And in that one, there's kind of a little story with one of these Pookie Pookies who actually helps you out. So he actually becomes a friend in that game, that story mission. All right, so we got Baroth there. Explore the wild's byways. Cool. Pookie Pookie on top. Get the Baroth on this side. And again on this side. Alright, so that's it for what's in box 1 with the core sets and the Kickstarter exclusive Kulu-Ya-Ku box. So now we've got to get the second box, which has got, I mentioned before, these are not light. Okay, so here's the second box. This has got Hunter's Arsenal, the Elder Dragons, Kushala Daora, Nergigante and Teostra, and the Azure Rathalos and Black Diablos. So let's get this open. Once again, nice packaging. And of course I opened it upside down. Okay, so this is the Hunter's Arsenal, which has got all the extra outside of the base game weapons. These are the other remaining weapons from the game. So you're not stuck with what's in the core boxes. You can actually use every weapon. Things like what's on here? Gun lance, hammer, hunting horn, lance, light bow gun, long sword. Let's go this way. This is Nergigante. One of the Elder Dragons, in fact. It's a big pain in the butt through most of the game. It's causing a lot of trouble. But actually a really fun boss to fight. Teostra. It's interesting that we didn't get an alternate color for this one, because this one actually has a second color. The Teostras are, if I remember correctly, these are male. And then there's a female Teostra, which is a Lunastra, and those are blue. They've got blue flames, so they've actually got a hotter flame than this one. Wow, Kushala is once I start getting into opening these boxes, I'm guessing these are going to be really big. We got Kushala Daora here, one of the Elder Dragons. I actually hate fighting this one just because it's like steel. Like, it has really tough armor, and then it's got all these wind and tornado attacks. It's a real pain in the butt to fight against. Running out of space here. And the Azure Rathalos and Black Diablos, the alternate sculpts. It's actually a really simplified box compared to the others. It's just, and I actually like it. It's just got the symbols on here. But let me go ahead and get this out of the way. Nothing else here. But I want to be thorough. I'm sure my kids are going to like playing with these. When I was a kid, if I had something like this, I'd probably use them as swords or something, or ramps for Hot Wheels. Little tables. Alright, let's go back and take a quick look at these boxes. So we got Kushala Daora. Looks like it's the same art on both sides, top and bottom, left and right. Okay, And same thing, everything here. You've got the armor, the weapons you can craft from it, the attack cards associated with them, damage cards, time cards. Oh, there you go. Wind and tornado tokens. I knew it. Yeah, that one's such a pain to fight. Physiology and behavior cards. 120 millimeters. So it's, yeah, this thing's going to be pretty big. This will be neat to look at once we get it open. That's Kushala Deora. Next, we've got Teostra, and I already mentioned that this one is actually got two forms as well. It's got the male and female version. Oh, it's actually just noticed that Nergigante, it's doing a turf war with him right here. It'll be interesting if... I know that they already announced that there's going to be an Iceborne expansion, but I'm wondering if they're going to go back to the base game and do the two remaining areas, the Elder's Recess, which is the final area in the game, and I forgot what the name of the third one was. That's the real pretty one. The Coral Highlands, I think it was. And we've got Nergigante, who's a great monster in this game. Yeah, they don't really use too much different artwork. It's fine that they use the artwork from the games. Okay. The Hunter's Arsenal with all the different extra weapons that weren't in the core boxes, so you can choose who you want. Now me, I always use... I'm a sword and shield main, and I'll also use the light bow gun, and I've dipped a little bit into the hammer, but it's a little too slow for me, but I can see why people like it. But I'm usually light bow gun and sword and shield, which is part of the Ancient Forest core set. And the last box, which is also the most basic box, Azure Rathalos and Black Diablos. I know a lot of people were worried about this one, that they were missing out if they got this. And I do want to say that you're not really missing out. Like I've seen, it's really just extra copies of the main, of the Rathalos and Diablos, just for, so you can have something different, so you don't have to fight against them because they're part of the actual game with the cards without looking at the same model and getting confused. So that's it for the unboxing video. Like I said, I'm going to split up actually opening up the individual boxes separately, just because it'll make for shorter videos across the board, easier to digest, and it'll give me a chance to split up working on those videos separately and not having to do everything all at once. So that's it for now. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.